Welcome to Straight Out of Marvel episode 23. It's your host, Kevin27.
And it's your boy, Chris.
And this is our Loki after show. How you feeling today, bros?
Man, I'm feeling amazing. Better than last week. Your boy was icky. Now I'm back to my full form. Yes, sir.
Yes, thank God the bros is back up in this thing.
Oh, God.
Feeling better. That is all good. Shout out to all the healing energy that was sent the bros' way.
Oh, man. I appreciate it. But anyway, we're going to be getting into some Loki recap.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. How you doing?
Man, look, man. He ain't even asked me how I'm doing. I'm hurt. My feelings is hurt.
Man, I'm just too excited, man, for the Loki recap, bro.
Yes. Well, I am feeling good today, even though my feelings hurt. But we are about to do a Loki recap, full series recap. We're about to give you the full breakdown of what our favorite episode was, least favorite, characters, all of that good stuff. Talk about Loki, Marvel Assemble, which to me was the best out of the three because Loki's the best show. So why wouldn't it be the best Marvel Assemble? So let's go and break this shit down, bro.
Yes, sir.
So overall, what's your feelings now that we got a week away from Loki? Seen all the theories, all the heavy spoilers, all the new rock stars, all the screen crushes. I've listened to countless hours of Marvel podcasts. So tell me, how are you feeling now that everyone's got their episode 6 content out there and the series is wrapped up now that we know who's the big bad?
Man, you know what? It's kind of sad, but it's kind of exciting at the same time because that series was so damn good, bro. I did not want it to end, but hey, you got to end somewhere, man. And overall, bro, I just can't wait for the future of Marvel. This is going to be fire, bro. I can't wait. How you feel about it?
I mean, I'm definitely excited because I've never would have thought, just like we said, I never would have thought that Loki would be the reason why we got the multiverse of madness and all of these new possibilities with the three-headed Spider-Man. Like, I never thought all this could be possible due to Loki's doing and his mischief. And I'm glad that Loki is such a mischievous, I wouldn't say person, but such a mischievous Asgardian. I'm glad because if Loki wasn't that, we wouldn't have the multiverse now.
Nah. And it's awesome too, because one thing I loved about this whole series is that they kept it real, man. It was just real. It was dramatic. It had a whole bunch of things like comedy, sadness, love. They had so much to just put into this one series, bro, and I just loved it, bro. It was dope.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was dope. And if you guys seen the Marvel Assemble episode, it was definitely dope because it was Tom Hiddleston himself narrating the whole thing. Like, that shit was hella hard. I can't remember. I'm like, did Elizabeth Olsen narrate her thing? I don't remember it like that.
I think she came in for WandaVision, like just basically like the intro of it, kind of, but she didn't really get to narrate like that.
Like, she talked a lot, but I'm just like, It was like Tom Hiddleston was on some. He was like, we finished, or he was like, we started day one of Loki, February 10th, 2020, and then he was like 300, or he was like some. I forget how many days it was. I think it was like 379 days later. That's when they ended up rapping or some shit. It was crazy. Like,
I think it was 299. Yeah, 299. I think it started 8 a.m.
Yeah, it was hella dope. So go check out that Marvel Assemble because it was definitely hard. I really appreciated it. And but as far as the show, it actually presented real consequences because
Mhm.
WandaVision, when it ended, I did feel like it was like consequences to what she did, but it felt like she just got away with what she done. Now, of course, they
Yeah,
say she's gonna have to pay for that upcoming in the Doctor Strange movie, and we'll see. But
yeah,
as far as that, that's how I feel. Falcon and Winter Soldier, it just felt like it was for Sam to be put on a pedestal as the new Captain
yeah.
America, the Black Captain America, and
Mhm.
then I don't even feel like what was your boy? What was your boy name? That was fake Cap. What was his name? John. What was his name?
John Walker.
Yeah, John Walker.
Hmm.
He just got away with smashing the damn
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, they let him off clean.
bro. They let John Walker off clean. So I actually feel like this Loki show, it was real consequences that Loki
Yeah,
had to deal with his actions, and I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate how it really moved the MCU forward now,
yeah. They did move it forward too. I love that because they did just like kind of like let Falcon get his own. Like he turned from Falcon to Cap, so that was nice. And then Wanda kind of just fighting herself, honestly, and trapping all those people like the way she did. But it did elevate her to a Scarlet Witch. So I mean, it had a lot of elevation, but Loki had more of an impact that changed the whole game. You know, so it changed the whole game. Gave us a multiverse now. So I mean, compared to all three of those shows, Loki definitely stood out with more realism than the other two.
Yeah, so shout out to Loki and shout out to the Loki fans. And
Yeah.
all the Loki fans out there, go ahead and go and subscribe at KC Network 702 on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And also, straight out of Marvel, a Loki after show at Apple
God.
Podcasts. Go and hit that 5 stars. Shout out to the 5 stars that we got, but we don't have any comments, so we don't have anyone to shout out. But shout out to the 5 stars that we got because we definitely appreciate those because it keep us
Mm-hmm.
going up, going up, going up. And that's what we do. So shout out to y'all. So, bro, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel officially about the the Sylvie Loki relationship?
Mm. I felt like it was. I feel like it was real genuine, bro. It was real good. Cause at first, when it happened, I was like, I already know these two they gonna connect, and they flowed. It felt like they was kind of like the same, but Loki like was in the blues for her, and Sylvia was just like, I like this dude, but like I ain't finna lead him on, nothing like that. And you could tell she was really just about business. And
Yeah,
Loki was
she
just
was
trying.
definitely about her business.
Yeah, she was about business, bro. She was trying to get shit done. But it was a good relationship. I like their chemistry too. Their chemistry was top notch, bro. Because everything they did together, especially on the scene where they was by the rocks and shit, having that good little speech while the damn world ending. Like that
Touching.
that that shit was good, bro. That was touching. So
So
I
for all
felt
the
it.
people out there who still thinking that Sylvie is Enchantress, she's not. If you watch
No.
Marvel Assemble, they confirm that they took the two and combined and make her a Loki variant, which was, I mean, that's
Mhm.
what they said in the show. But I still seen people like, what if she still isn't Loki, and that's why she betrayed? I'm like, she betrayed him because she's Loki, and that's the only
Yeah.
problem I have with their relationship. And not that it's a problem, but it definitely saddened me to know
Yeah.
that Loki trusted her And they tried to build it up like she like, oh, can I trust you? Can I trust you? And at the end of the day, she flipped it on him and pretty much stabbed him in the back. But I'm gonna tell you now, this is why Sylvie is my favorite character of the series.
Okay. So
because Sylvie stuck to her fucking guns.
Yeah, she did.
She didn't care about none of that shit. She never felt that real love. What my nigga Juice said, I never been scared of love. Like, bro, that's what she was on. Like, she wanted that shit, but she was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm finishing out my mission. And honestly, bro, she got that Thanos in her. Because why did Thanos win the Infinity War? Because he was able to sacrifice his dudes, and meanwhile, these fucking bum ass niggas wouldn't even sacrifice a robot.
Nah,
bro, I would have gave Vision up so quick. Like, bro, take that stone out his head.
Oh God.
Easy.
Like, boy, he ain't even real.
Easy.
That shit funny. See, that's what happens when people showing feelings, man. You gotta sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
That's what made Thanos so great. Because he had to do what he had to do. He like, shit, I'm gonna throw my own kid off this motherfucker. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do to win.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. He threw his own daughter off the damn cliff, and clearly he had to have love for her, or he wouldn't have been able to get the Infinity Stone. He wouldn't have been able to get the Soul Stone. So that's my point, that I feel like with Sylvie, she stuck to her guns and she got the job done. So that is why Sylvie is my favorite character of Loki.
I feel you on that. See, that's why with me it's kind of hard because I love Loki in this series. Loki was good. I feel like he just was confused and he was smart with it, but he was trying to figure everything out at the same time. And that's what I liked about him a little bit, because he couldn't really understand what was going on, but he knew how to get by it. And he knew how to help Sylvie, and he tried that trust with Sylvie, but we all see how it went. But he was genuine, and he learned from all his mistakes from what he made in the past. And he like, that's not me no more.
Right.
I'm still Loki. I'm still a Loki, but that's not the Loki y'all know me as. Like, and it was cool because like he got to reminisce his whole past, see what he done in his life, all the bad shit, and then getting killed off by Thanos. Like, I like how he just kept it like, damn, now I need to change. I need to be a different me and be there to save lives and be able to help people out and find out who's at the end of time and who really doing this, like who's keeping all these people as variants locked in this place called the TVA. And so I like that he tried to help out and do a lot. And Mobius is right there though. I ain't gonna forget Mobius, because Mobius was the character, the comedy character of the damn show. Shout out Owen, man. Owen was killing that role.
Yeah, well, before we get to Mobius, I just want to say on that Loki part, I feel like, and it's not a bad thing, but I do like Loki as a villain, and then I kind of hate the bailout shit. Like, oh well, the reason why Loki is a villain is because he has to be a villain, and I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind it, but I kind of hate the bailout thing. Spoiler alert, this is the same kind of thing they do with Black Widow. It's like, oh, well, she blew up a child. Spoiler alert. But for real, spoiler alert. But, she blew up a child. And then, oh, well, the child actually survived at the end. So it's okay. Like,
Right. like, nah, bro.
It's kind of like
That's
they
not
always
cool.
trying to bail out people that's doing messed up things, and I'm like, no, let Loki be fucked up because he's fucked up.
Yeah.
Why it got to be because somebody made him be? And I don't know, but I seen one of the writers. They was like, well, if everything's true, and I did think it was kind of crazy because they said if. And it was like, if everything's true, then no one in the MCU timeline had free will. It's kind of like,
Mm. Mm. That is kind of true. But then it's like, why though? It's because see, and I get what you're saying with the bailout. Because I mean, spoiler alert, she did blow up that goddamn kid. Like, but
like,
then, but then, like, she do come back, and it's like, okay, it's all fine. Let's just, you know, let me feel bad for you and tell you I'm sorry, and then help you out. But it's like, bro, I can't forgive you what you did to me. Like, you fucking blew my face up. And then you got people like Loki who just, had to go through all that time just killing people, stabbing them with straight daggers and fucking knives and shit. But then now he learned that, and now he the good guy. And it's like you change it. It's like making them they did that, was forced to do that.
right,
Like, you can't keep doing that. That's why I said, like, even with Sylvie knew. She like, fuck, I did a lot of fucked up shit. I did, but I still got to do my mission. I got to kill this nigga. So, I mean, that is pretty wild to really think about. Like, they really all really get bailed out.
bro. And that's my thing. Okay, so it's not that I have a problem with it, but it's just a slight little gripe of mine. And then
Yeah.
I love Sylvie too because come on, man, she opened up the multiverse.
Oh God, she gave us a platform to really talk about all that shit.
Sylvie gave us free will.
I mean,
Is she like
shout out to
God now?
He probably is.
Real shit. Is Sylvie God?
She gotta be until Kane come in the office. He about to son her shit.
Yo, shout out to Sylvie. I love Sylvie, man. I honestly liked her from the beginning. Like soon as that first episode on Lamentis, I loved their
Yeah,
chemistry.
yeah. Their chemistry was really good. I
So
liked it.
let's talk about your boy Mobius and Mobius.
Yes,
And let's
sir.
talk about his relationship and how we feel that he did in this show, Mr. Owen Wilson himself. Hey, and I never knew shout out to the nose gang, but I never knew my guy nose was like really messed up like that in real life.
Mm-hmm.
His shit like his shit look crazy.
Damn, so it's like really just cricket. Like,
Yeah, because I seen when I was watching the Marvel Assemble and when he was
yeah,
talking, I was like, oh, that's what his nose really looked like.
dang, that's tough. I wonder what happened.
I know. I never noticed it like in Shanghai Noon and shit.
Yeah, dang, I'm gonna look it up after this pod. See
But
what happened.
what do you think about before we just flame my guy for his nose?
I mean,
What do you think about Mobius and the part that he played? Because he played a big part in this show.
I feel like Mobius' character was alive from the first time he came on the camera. Like, you can automatically tell, like, he just this cool, old school type of dude that just he sarcastic as hell, but it's funny in a way. And like he can just bring the life of the party and just like have that moment where he really serious, and he can have that moment where he could be a douchebag to you while smiling in your face and just say
Mobius
some
and
cool
Mobius.
like Mobius is cool, man. I love this character because I liked how he had to find himself and figure out why is all this shit happening, and he had to wake up to realize that he not even really a part of the TVA. So I really like that. And I like that when he found out who he was, that boy was like, nah, I'm helping the Lokis out. Cause this ain't it. Y'all took my free will away. I want my jet skis.
That was one thing that troubled me though.
The jet skis?
Well, no, not even the jet ski.
Uh,
It troubled me that with Mobius that oh shit, I had a whole point I was about to make. Damn. Go ahead, bro.
shit. I mean, probably because most of it when he just was known as a variant, like I had a feeling it was something like that. Even when I like first saw him, I'm like, if he ain't got no backstory, what how did he get there? Like you just not born to be in the TVA. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
I called that, bro, at the beginning. I was like, I feel like they're all variants.
Yeah, you did.
I
And that's
remember
something,
somebody was like, "Ooh, that's dark," and I can't believe they really went down this route.
yeah. And it's crazy to think about. They really I mean, think about like you just chilling, you pick up something, or I want to go swimming today. And then you just mess up your little time variance, whatever that is. You mess up your little timeline. You step outside the timeline, which you're not supposed to do.
You create a
You
Nexus
create your
event.
own, yeah, you create your own Nexus event, and you just get your shit abducted, and then you get your shit reset, and now you got to go work for them. I couldn't imagine doing something like that. So that
Well,
sparks a
that's what I
question.
was wondering too. I was like, "Oh, what was you gonna say?"
I was gonna ask you a question. Do you think they even got like kid variants that's working there?
No, I don't think they got any kids. If so, that's really
I mean,
crazy.
because they took Sylvie as a kid. She just got away.
Yeah, they tried to prune her ass too.
True.
Prune
That
his
shit
ass.
wild, bro. That shit wild, man.
Yo, that would
I
be
can
mad crazy if they had children working for the TVA. But no, I don't think that's the case. But what I do think it is that they just, or no, the question that I had wanted to ask you was, how do they get them to work for the TVA though?
I think they just I think how Kane was doing, I got a feeling Kane was just kind of like memory locking them, like giving them that mindset that they work for the TVA. Cause
The
see,
He
you
Who
remember
Remains.
yeah. Cause I mean I'm seeing like even how when Sylvie had to enchant her for her to see the memories that she actually lived on Earth and how she was living her life, just to know that all this shit that she was doing not even real. Like it's just you working for someone that you don't even know who you working for. You just and then you don't even have a name besides Mobius. And
Mobius and Mobius.
right. And so I'm just like, that kind of sucks. Cause you really can't live your life the way you want to. And so you just get your shit implement in your brain how you gonna live and how you just work for the TVA your whole life. That's why I was like, how does nobody figure this out?
Because that's all they
How
know.
you
But that's what I'm like. Okay, so they just take him and brainwash him, and then now you work for me. It's kind of crazy.
yeah,
That's kind of crazy.
that shit wild, bro. Because what was the one girl name from the beginning when she got her brain enchanted? What was
That
her?
was C19
Yeah,
or
yeah,
no
C9.
C20
Yeah, C20. Yeah, C20. Yeah,
because the other
that's
one
why
was
I was like,
B15.
because when I saw that, I was like, and she was like, she said she told him what the TVA was. I was like, oh,
She told her what the
damn.
timekeepers was. She said to go at elevators, and
Yeah,
then they
yeah.
killed her.
So, yeah, pruned her ass. That's so messed up, bro. That's so messed up. Because then it's just like you get waking up to know that you had a life, and this ain't even your life, and then you get pruned.
And then they
So
send
that's
you
just
to the void, and then you get eaten by a lion.
yeah, like that's dang, bro. That's just vicious. That just make you don't even want like that. Make you think like, damn, nobody knows that they can cause a Nexus event, and then they like get captured by the TVA, get forced to work there, brainwashed to freaking work there. Then they work for them. Then when somebody wake them up, and you just get your shit pruned and get your ass eaten by life, bro. That's just
I'm surprised more people wasn't surviving because it looked like if you just ran away from the motherfucker, you'd be all right.
yeah. like if you just be just chilling, you cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I think because everybody that went there thought they could fight it, probably, and the Loki's probably just smart enough not to do it. But that's kind of weird, man. So what you think about Mobius? Like you just like him as a cool character or what?
Yeah, I like Mobius, and Mobius opened up the multiverse as well. He had a
Mm-hmm.
big part in that shit as well. So shout out to Mobius. And honestly, him and Owen Wilson, their chemistry was just hella great. But Owen
Yeah.
Wilson is a good actor, man. I liked Owen
Yeah.
Wilson ever since Shanghai Noon when I was a kid. Bro, that
Yeah.
fucking scene when they was in the bathtub,
Oh
go.
man, fire. Oh
So
Wilson, man, that guy, bro. Even my Cars days, we Lightning McQueen, but that was my movie.
yeah, so I always mess with Owen Wilson, bro. So I feel like he did a great job. And again, they made it different from the comics because in the
Yeah,
comics he was just a clone.
yeah,
Like so now in this shit, like I like that they're doing that shit. Like I like how they do
yeah,
it, make everything different. Everything don't have to be the same, you know?
yeah. Like we give you something from the comic script, but kind of like change it a little bit and give it our perspective. I like that. Yeah, I like Marvel really don't force themselves to be straight out the comics because then you can have like moments where people just pop up, or you can have different moments that could happen, but just little Easter eggs here and there to give you that comic feel of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool.
Right. It definitely is, bro. And I feel like this was a great series,
Yeah.
honestly, overall. It was really good. So tell me who is your least favorite character?
You know what? Damn. I gotta kind of say, damn, that's kind of tough because a lot of it was good. I'm gonna say Ravana,
Mm.
only because I ain't really like gel with her like that. She was cool, but like she didn't click with me as much as I thought it would. Cause it seemed like even with that fighting scene, I'm like, she should have got her shit bodied by Sylvie. And then you come and prune Loki somehow after you just got knocked out. And it was just a lot of it was just a lot of stuff in that scene that just didn't click with me with her. But she was cool. I mean, she had little moments where, she kind of left out, overpowered Mobius so easily.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, Mobius just came back to get his ass beat, I guess. Like, like you
But
just
then
get
she
super
let him
kicked.
go. I wonder why if she let him go because Kang or it was either Kang or He Who Remains, somebody sent her or something, and she went to a different timeline.
Or she probably figured out something. That's why she was packing up so damn quick.
No, bro. Miss Menace she figured something out. Miss Menace gave her that file.
Yeah, that's
And it
what
was
I'm
like,
saying.
this everything you need to know. That's why she left. And I think that's why I think she went to another timeline, she either went to a different TVA or something like that.
Yeah, shoot, she might be where Kane's statue was. She probably
Only
over
why,
there though.
only why I feel like she was my least favorite character because I, I really didn't, and it's not that I didn't like because it had to be like this. You feel me? But you
Yeah,
know, her fucking, she find out the timekeepers is fake, and then she's still like riding for them.
yeah, that
Even
wasn't even cool.
even knowing that she, because for her to have that pin, right? She had that
Mhm.
pin and she had all these earthly possessions. So I still think that she knew that she was a variant. I think
Yeah,
she knew she was a variant.
she had to.
Bro, she got the pin from where she was teaching.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Which
not
was crazy.
coincidence.
Yeah, which is crazy, bro. And even in that one moment, like her not even saying anything, seeing these timekeepers just in her office, and she just like chilling, like just letting them talk. I was like, bro, how the hell y'all even get in here? And I feel like even with that moment, and then even her knowing that she a variant and all this other stuff, I'm like, bro, you seem like you want to be there. Like you not really you saying that you fighting, you trying to find out who really doing this, who's all behind this, and that's why you doing what you do, but you capping because you really know what's going on, but you just stick around and not trying to help the people that is trapped there without their free will.
Right.
Like people
Yeah,
there
that's what I don't
fucking
like.
suffering.
Pruning innocent timelines. That shit's messed up, man. And she know what's
Yeah,
going on. I don't understand how you know that you was captured and you're okay with it. That's what's mind boggling to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you know that you was captured and you just like, oh, whatever. I'm cool.
yeah. And gave her the head thrown, bro, because she got the head thrown in that damn place.
That could be though, because she was a hunter her damn self, and then she ended up becoming a
Mm-hmm.
judge.
Yeah. And
I'm like,
everything
what
had to
happened
go
to the
past
white
by
guy that
her.
was a judge?
Mm-hmm. Dang. They probably pruned his ass.
Well, I was wondering too. I'm like, what do because they are humans now? We know they're humans. Do they live
Yeah.
longer because time works differently in the TVA, or do they
See.
still live a regular life? Like
And that's a question, honestly, even when she was a hunter, is that like a because that is a good question. Like, what happened to that judge? Because that judge did just like disappear and was just never seen again.
right?
And so it's like now she a judge. Is this like a different timeline that this sequence happened? And they just like shit. I just put her as a judge, and since she kind of know what's going on, or is she like one of the first to really realize it?
What's crazy to me is I'm like, what is time like? Because okay, so he who remains said he was born in the 31st century. So we talking about the year 3100.
That's
So
true.
I don't understand. I'm just like, what is like how everything happened in 2018? It should have already happened way before
Yeah,
you was even born.
facts.
So it's like 1,000 years, or yeah, 1,000 years later, you telling me that you come back. Like I don't like you. I just don't get that shit with the He Who Remains. Isn't that shit
Yeah,
weird?
yeah, it is kind of weird. I always thought that works when he said 31st century. It's just kind of like it's like how do you know this stuff then? Like how can you like it's kind of weird
I
because
get the
everything she
whole
said,
thing with Kane because it's like, okay,
yeah,
you born in the future, so you able to come back and shit. But
yeah,
what I don't get is like, how are you born and then you able to dictate the past? that should have
That,
already happened 1,000 years after you were born or before you were born.
that is facts. Because he should have, if he was born, or unless shit, he probably went back after that fight that he said they had, where he had all his other variants. He probably just control all the different times.
Or maybe all of that shit was supposed to happen that happened. Like
Yeah,
everything that happened. And then so once he was able to like come out of time or whatever, he just had to
yeah,
keep it that way in every timeline.
yeah.
Maybe
And
that's
so
what it is.
that's probably how he know everything. He probably knew everything that was going to happen because he already probably studied it or something, and probably knows the history of all that.
Yeah,
But
so
then
I
that's
I
weird.
definitely will say that.
But then
Well, go
that's
ahead.
weird that at the end, he, like, when all that stuff, when he said he don't know what's going to happen next, that year wasn't even that long ago. Unless it's just because it was probably
Well,
the end of time.
that's at the end of time.
Yeah, so yeah, that's all I was thinking. It's probably just because it's at the end of time. That's probably why he didn't know. But shit, do you think the end of time would really look like that?
I mean,
That's a
shit. I guess it's just his cat. He's just the only one there.
damn, that shit kind of sucks.
When I was watching the Marvel Assemble, they said his castle was like made out of like a meteor or some shit.
Yeah, they kind of look like it too.
Yeah, that shit look hard, bro.
On me.
So I got some fun facts of Kang the
Okay.
Conqueror while I'm here. Meet Kang the Conqueror. First appearance, Avengers number 8, 1964. Real name is Nathaniel Richards. His younger self becomes Iron Lad and assembled the Young Avengers, which we've been talking about this. They setting it up. Every
Mm-hmm.
show they drop in Young Avengers hints. Obviously, this one was Kid Loki.
Mm-hmm.
And he obviously we were talking about Kang being a historical scholar from the 31st century, used time travel to conquer worlds, build eternal city. He built the eternal city of Chronopolis and uses advanced weapons and armies from the future. So that was just some Kang fun facts. Since we're talking about he who remains, immortus, all these words that he go by, a conqueror.
We love that conqueror. Yeah, but that's some good facts though. I can't wait for the Young Avengers, bro. Young Avengers gonna be dope.
Hell
Cause
yeah.
then, I like how they drop and it like voice like with E series and stuff. It's like a little small hint of just every little young Avenger. That's gonna be dope, bro. Oh man,
And then did you see that they said Kid Loki is the oldest Loki variant in the void?
I did not know that. He the oldest one?
Yeah, it said he was pruned thousands of years before and just didn't age.
Whoa, that's news to me. Dang. So he older than every Loki there.
Mm-hmm.
Even
That's why they
classical
said.
Loki?
That's why they said you do right to respect the boy. This is his kingdom because he was the oldest one there.
Bro, this is why I love Marvel, bro. It's just always some like twist to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like about these Marvel movies and like news and facts, because it's just like it's stuff you wouldn't even realize. I would have never thought Kid Loki would be the oldest one out of all those Lokis.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well,
Dang.
they say in the MCU's void.
Yeah. That's probably why he killed Thor. He like, shoot, I'm the original copy. Y'all just some fakes.
So tell me how you feel about the reveal of the big bad being he who remains, and now that the multiverse is open and all of this shit. Tell me how you feel about it.
Bro, it's going to be an exciting ride, bro. I feel like with Kane, he who remains, whoever we want to call him, he just he gonna bring a different vibe. And I like that he's in this MCU because he gets to take it away from all the whole Thanos stuff. Because you remember we was thinking like, dang, who gonna come after Thanos?
Right.
Like Thanos was that guy. He was he was the one not to mess with. So now that we're gonna have Kang, it's just gonna be like it's gonna be a whole different vibe. And he
Yeah.
seemed like he's gonna be harder to defeat. Because
Yeah,
even with Doctor
because you defeat
Strange,
one, then another version of King gonna come back because it's the
yeah,
multiverse.
yeah. And it's just gonna keep going. Because he said, wait, didn't he say like a multiple variants of him? Like they don't stop or something?
Yeah, he said that's why he was like, wait until you meet my variants.
Yeah, that's gonna be lethal. And then what's gonna be crazy is that he can be defeated, but he just not gonna be gone. So I wonder how they gonna do this. Like, is they gonna get them all there at once, or is each king gonna fight each other to be the top throne, or
Mm.
what? That's what I'm wondering. Like, is they all gonna just be going against each other? I mean, because they all fought before. Is what
And he
he
was
who
the one who
remains.
won. He who
Yeah,
remains.
yeah. So they all fought before. So I wouldn't even be surprised if one king comes and just fucks some shit up in one timeline, and another king comes just fuck some shit up over there. But then they kind of like probably Doctor Strange probably just like, man, we got to keep them in. And that's what kind of it's kind of weird about that too, about Doctor Strange. It's like a little side note. What made me think about all those moments where he was thinking like how many possibilities it's going to take to get rid of Thanos, and it's only that one possibility. Can he like see what Kane doing, or he just can't see that?
I don't know if he could see what Kang was doing, but Doctor Strange definitely knew about the multiverse because they
Yeah,
said it in the first Doctor Strange movie. There's infinite multiverses, uh,
yeah,
versions of yourself or some shit. She said the the ancient one. So we've been established that it was a multiverse. They just I don't know. I guess and okay, and then the reason why it was only that one that will work because that was the sacred timeline. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So the
Yeah,
reason why out of 14 million possibilities, only one worked because that one that worked was the sacred timeline.
yeah. Damn, that's crazy to think about. That's really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And see that's why I like Kane, bro. Kane it's gonna be something different, like a vibe that's gonna change the whole phase. It's just gonna be just a whole new thing. So that's why I'm excited. I can't wait to see him in this MCU. So what you think
Yeah.
about the big bad boy?
Yeah, man. I thought that shit was good. I thought it was a great ending to the story. I thought it was a great cliffhanger. And I like
Yeah,
how He Who Remains was just so uh like kind of kooky, real Willy Wonka-ish. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, and when you see the Marvel Assemble, he talks about that. Like, those were some of his inspirations. So I like that shit, and I thought it was dope.
yeah.
And I really. Oh, and Jonathan Majors even said that I guess he's a professionally trained clown, and that's what helps his improv skills.
Oh, I
Hey,
could kind of see that.
yo, Jonathan Majors, hey, go check out. Lovecraft Country. Him and I forget her name that played Hunter B-15, but they both in Lovecraft Country. Amazing. Every episode straight fire, and he like pretty
Damn.
much the star of the show.
Damn.
So if y'all want some more Jonathan Majors, go check that out.
Oh me. Cause that man's good, bro. Actor wise, just with that one episode, I already know he about to kill it. He is about to kill it. Cause he seemed like the type that he could play multiple roles.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Cause even with that quirky, like you said, Willy Wonka type feel, it was good. Cause I was like, why he acting like this? But then it's like you like it though. Cause it's like it's different. It's a vibe, it's different. It's something like it's him. You know what I'm saying?
The vibe I got from it was like he was just fed up. He was ready to go.
Yeah, like he just didn't care. Like
he been
I'm
around
ready.
forever. He found a way to live forever.
That's kind of crazy. Like you old as hell, but you look the same.
So I want to know what you think about this.
Okay.
So the Loki writers' room considered a plot line for the series premiere, which would have featured Loki visiting different time periods, doing crazy mischief, aka sex, and collecting Infinity Stones in the TVA controlled timeline. How do you think that would have been dope if that had been having Loki smashing on Disney Plus, get it in with guys and girls?
Hell nah.
That would have been so weird.
I ain't gonna lie, that would be cringy. That would be kind of cringy. He just fucking on guys and girls.
He'd be over here smashing girls, smashing guys, collecting Infinity Stones.
Bro.
A bit of both, I suppose.
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna cap. I wouldn't want to see that. I'm cool with how they did it. Cause I mean, even with the Stones, ain't the Stones don't even hold weight in the TVA? Ain't they like meaningless?
Yeah, we talking about on I'm pretty sure this would have been like on Earth, him doing crazy shit. Not in the TVA.
Nah,
it said in a TVA controlled timeline.
Oh, okay, a TVA control time. Yeah, see, then I really wouldn't want to see that then. I want to see him kind of roll some shit.
The first episode, they just showed him doing a DB Cooper shit.
Yeah.
So they probably would have had him doing other shit and then getting some top, getting some bro top.
Yeah, some Loki top, throne top.
Getting the top from the homies. A bit of both, I suppose.
Hey, you over there. You and your niece.
Bro, every time I hear somebody say a bit of both, I think of Loki now.
Yeah. A bit of both, I suppose.
I heard some. What was I watching? Oh, I was watching WandaVision, and they said it in WandaVision.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I forget what question they asked her, but she was like a bit of both. And I was like, foreshadow.
I mean, I can't wait to see Wanda again.
So I got something else too.
Go ahead. Shoot it.
So concept art shows that a Loki Rocket Raccoon cameo that was considered during the show's development. Now, bro, that would have been hard.
Now, yeah. Oh, Rocket and Loki?
Bro,
man.
I'm telling you, if you watch that Guardian show, Loki got good chemistry with the Guardians. That shit hard.
Ooh.
Are you got your crew tech in mind? That shit be having me dying.
Bro,
that nigga Loki was like, we're flawed.
Bro, that's in the dialogue though. like in the MCU with Loki and Rocket. Oh man, that'd be hard. Cause I already know they gonna be on some funny stuff, bro. Cause Rocket don't like nobody.
Right. Rocket funny as hell.
I mean, Rocket got the comedy, bro.
And then some more shit about Loki. We got exclusive. The King Loki promo footage would have been a part of a deleted Loki flashback during that sequence, or a sequence that featured Throg as well.
Ooh,
So I'm thinking, remember when we seen the King Loki promo shit? I'm thinking they
yeah.
was gonna show that while Miss Menace was like pitching him the idea that he could run Asgard and shit and sit on the throne.
Damn. Damn, that shit would have been dope. He was sitting on the throne and shit. Oh man. And you said it was deleted?
Yeah.
Damn.
Or not deleted. It was oh yeah, it was deleted.
Dang.
It was part of a deleted Loki flashback.
Dang, that'd be crazy if they kept that.
So
It'd
then
been
we
pretty
got
cool.
oh, go ahead, bro. What was you gonna say?
No, I was just saying it would have been a pretty cool moment, honestly.
Yeah, right. I thought that would have been dope. Seeing
Yeah.
your boy Chris Evans in there for a little bit. So then we got Disney Plus has updated their MCU timeline in order to place the Loki series in between Endgame and WandaVision. So I really feel like what you said was right, what Eric Voss said was right about maybe when that threshold crossed, it was that's when Wanda seeing her kids and shit.
Yeah.
And so okay, so you put that right before. And then when that happens, that's when the shit happens with Wanda, and then boom, now the multiverse open. My only thing is, bro, this is the only thing that kind of trips me out about it. It's like none of this shit matters.
Why you say that?
Bro, think about how far Spider-Man is away from all this shit.
Hey, that is true.
If the Spider-Man Far From Home, I'm not saying 6 months isn't, I guess maybe that's not that significant. I don't know. I'm just saying the Spider-Man Far From Home is like 8 months after WandaVision. So it's like they was chilling in Far From Home.
On me. They was cool in New York.
Bro, and then they flexed that it was a multiverse, and then they said it wasn't a multiverse. But now the multiverse is open. So it's like
what? Ah, yeah, that's kind of weird. Nah, see, yeah, that doesn't make sense then. Because if that was like 8 months, and then you got WandaVision, and then you got Chris Evans who put the stones back, and everything just getting fucked up. But then Spider-Man cool. Then it's just all like not adding up. Like, what's going on with Spider-Man then? Like, why none of his people? Like, yeah, that's kind of weird, bro. See, and that's
maybe,
what I was
maybe it was just
too.
like maybe it's just so messed up because Sony had to put out the Spider-Man movie. Maybe it would have been better if the timeline wasn't so far down. Like maybe it was 4 months later or 3 months later. When you say it's 8 months later, and then it's like nothing. Like even Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier is 6 months later, and it doesn't seem like the shit that Loki did affected too much on Earth, right? So far,
it seemed like everybody was cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, everybody was cool. Unless, like, bring up John Walker ass.
Smash that like button like John Walker smashed the damn shield on Nico's chest.
That boy, I swear, I ain't gonna lie. From that show, that moment, I'll never forget. That motherfucker was crazy.
You killed
Yo,
Lamar.
you killed my boy. Now I
You
gotta kill
said
you.
Lamar's life didn't matter.
Well, what the old man say?
That's the Black Falcon.
He was like, they
No,
locked my
that's Captain
ass in
America.
jail.
Oh man, they put my ass in jail. That shit is comedy, bro. I was dying. Yo, shout out to Isaiah
Oh,
Bradley.
oh me.
They
They
put
put my
my
ass
ass in jail.
in jail. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn. You know, he hurting, bro.
Hurting.
Damn. But see, here's a question though with that. Just not that situation, but just with Cat, like Chris Evans. When he went to put all the stones back, how was he able to put the soul stone back?
I mean, I don't know, bro, because they never showed us, so I'm not sure. But I'm just like, so was he like, hey, here you go, here's the soul stone back? Because,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, bro.
Cause like if you can't mess up the time with that situation, like you just put everything back how it was, so the time don't mess up. How do you even get the soul stone back if you don't have to get rid of them?
I don't even know what timeline they went to. Like, did they go to a
Yeah,
specific year or did they just go to Vormir?
because I know he was looking at Red Skull like, you ugly ass. Like, oh my God, bro. That's kind of weird, bro. I always wondered that. Ever since they said he put all the stones back.
I just don't understand why that didn't create a Nexus event. Well, I guess because it was supposed to happen and it's safe. But I'm just like, why him stand back with Peggy? That should be a Nexus event.
Yeah, because that ain't even supposed to happen in his timeline. It came back an old ass man.
Speaking of old ass men, Jonathan Majors voiced all the timekeepers.
He voiced all the timekeepers.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
didn't know that. That's fire.
Yep.
That is fire. Damn, timekeepers. And it was
Oh,
crazy.
and remember remember I was like, why was one of those statues broken? That was one of the timekeepers. It was a fourth one.
Oh,
So
see,
maybe
I
the
thought it was
timekeepers
only.
was all like kings. And then they
See, that's what
started
I
getting
was
out of
saying.
line. So he got a life on their ass.
Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking of. Because I was like, when Kane with them dudes? He
Yeah,
was with
remember
all
he
three
said
of
they
them.
was all cool and shit, giving each other compliments. Hey, nice shoes, nice tie, nice nose.
Yeah. So they probably all just like variants, just like King variants.
Yeah, but I think they became the timekeepers, but then they was beefing
Yeah.
and shit, and then he who remains was the smart. That's why he called himself he who remains. And then
Yeah.
he was like, all right, I got something for y'all niggas. You got a life on their ass.
He like, yeah, I studied the power of life. Trying to wipe you niggas clean away from history. They probably was looking at him like, hey, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Bro, I swear. It's this comic that I'm seeing. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen and shit. But it's this
Okay.
comic I see where Kang up on Thanos, and they're like, oh, to see how strong Kang is, look at this. And then he grabbed that nigga Thanos by the throat. And then Thanos was like, how dare you? And he snatched that nigga's skull up out of his neck.
Dang.
And I was like, do you see now? No, he was like, let me show you what it means to be the master of time. Let me show you the span of your entire life, going in but a second, and then just killed that nigga. So he
Damn.
showed that nigga the future, and then just killed that nigga right after.
Yo, Kane, that dude, bro. He is that guy.
Yeah, so we about to get a fucking savage in the
So
MCU.
that means Thanos really just like weak, bro, compared to all those other dudes. Because even with Doctor Doom, remember I told you that the other day. He bodied his ass.
Yeah, bro. Well, you gotta think like it's always somebody stronger than someone. And think about this. Thanos, I mean, Thanos was good even without the stones. They had a hard battle at the end too. So,
Yeah.
but I always felt like, you know, if they would have got to him before he had the stones originally with the original Avengers, not the fucking fat Thor and shit, nigga, all out of shape.
Yeah. But that's crazy though, because you remember, like, even at the end, they had all those people just for one nigga and all his people. But it took all those heroes to really just take him down and snap his ass away and disintegrate his shit. Like, I'm like, if you got to do all that, going back in time, take 5 years to really figure out and wait for Scott Lang to come out and just give you some pointers of what we can do. And you gotta do all this for Thanos. What you think they gonna do with Kane?
Thanos.
Because Kane, he that guy, bro. I don't even know how they gonna defeat him unless they just pull out a whole bunch of variants.
Here's a theory from at MCU Scott Lang. I don't know if it's his theory or if he just saw this theory, but he said, I actually like the theory that Wanda revealing the room, sealing her fate as the Scarlet Witch and as a Nexus being was the Nexus event that He Who Remains referred to as the threshold. Syncing the two scenes is a great fit too. And then that's what you was talking about. Or well, no, you didn't say that. And then he said, and apparently from Marvel canon, there can only be one Nexus being in every universe. Maybe the universe Nexus being was He Who Remains, but as Wanda accepts her fate, the title now is passed to her, surpassing him. Oh, and then he said CTT04, this theory from YouTube. So I don't know. But what do you think about that though? You said her becoming the Scarlet Witch could have started could have created the threshold.
Dang.
I don't buy that though.
Oh yeah. I don't think it could have. But I wouldn't even be surprised if it was a possibility for it to be the threshold. But her becoming the Scarlet Witch, I feel like with the moment with Loki, I don't think that she could really be that Nexus event that could really just change the game. I mean, even though she a Nexus being, but nah, I don't think that could change. I just think it just changed.
I think what caused the threshold to cross was neither of the Lokis accepting their offer. I think it's expected Loki to be for himself, and because that specific Loki tried to save him, like I feel like that's what messed everything up.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember, it was cracking before she even stabbed him.
Mm-hmm.
The time was cracking
bad. I wonder what would have happened if they just didn't stab him.
Then I don't know, huh? I wonder that too, because if the timeline was cracking already, what if Loki would have won?
Yeah.
And threw Sylvie into the TVA. Backhand her ass. When Drake off on her ass.
That boy Dragoff, man.
I see so many people mad about that.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, you know people be mad about everything.
Bro,
We
Black
ain't
Widow
gonna
got
keep talking about Black Widow though. The Black Widow review coming next week, y'all. So be ready.
But yeah,
But I
that
just thought that shit was funny when he had.
he like, girl, ooh. He like, I want it so bad.
I'm kind of glad we kept our Black Widow bullet in the chamber.
Yeah.
Because we did a little quick review, drunk as fuck. And then we get to get now that Loki done and shit, get to get a full in-depth review.
Mm-hmm. That shit crazy.
But so, bro, tell me what was your favorite episode and then your least favorite episode.
I think it got to be episode 5. I like the build up in episode 5 because even though episode 6 was good, it was really good. But because it was a thing to break us into the multiverse and all that stuff. But I feel like episode 5 was hella good because it was a lot of, we had to deal with a life, you know, people getting pruned. This is where they go to the void. And then you got to meet all the other Lokis, the classic Loki, all of them. Yeah. And you get to just really get to know all of them. And I like how all of them have certain comedy parts. Then they bring Mobius back, you know, and then Sylvie and Loki meet up. And they enchant the life, technically defeat him to see where the end of time is really at.
And episode 5 was called Journey into Mystery.
Yeah, like I like that episode a lot, bro. It was pretty. Like I like how they build it up in the music. The music really kept it going, and when you find that ending and they ended it like that, and you see where Kane, he who remains, is where he's staying at.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they did that, and then they boom in the episode. Because it gave you that, damn, bro, this shit was so good. It's like a hunger for more to see who's going to be that person at the end of time. So that's what I like that episode a lot. I think my least, dang, I can't even really say it's a least, but I'm going to say episode 3.
Lamentus.
Only because it was just more like it was a Lamentus really trying to make it back, and they couldn't make it back in time. You know, that shit blew the hell up with that damn meteor. But it was still great dialogue. Like, I liked that episode. I really did. But it's just, if we comparing all of them, that got to be the least one. Because it wasn't that much to go off of. It was just mostly just cool dialogue between Loki and Sylvie, and just, you know, it was just a filler. But it was still a great episode. So
my favorite is the Nexus event. I love the Nexus event because, as you said, Lamentus definitely was the weakest of all 6 episodes. So that's already my least favorite, you know. Yeah. And I'm looking at it like, for them to rebound so hard with episode 4, the Nexus event, was amazing to me, bro. Like, I love this episode. And to get the big reveal of the timekeepers, what happened, and then, you know, Mobius getting pruned had me in my feels, and then fucking Loki getting pruned, and then we got our only post-credit scene of the series in episode 4. Like, I love episode 4 was the best episode to me, hands down. The action was so cool, and I love the ominous things in it now. When Sylvie cuts the head off the timekeepers and he said, "I'll see you soon," and I didn't even catch that when I watched it, but now with all the breakdowns and shit, him saying that, and then He Who Remains saying the same thing, and winking at her as she stabs him to kill him is very ominous, very creepy. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
Especially considering that he the one who created all these timekeepers or whatever, the fake timekeepers. Like,
Mhm.
so honestly, bro, episode 4 was definitely best to me. And I love that scene by the lake when they was about to
Yeah,
kiss and create the
yeah.
Nexus event. And the timeline got a boner, a Ralph boner, if you will.
Oh, Ralph Boner. Hey, and I did like in that episode too with that funny loop that Loki had to go through with that.
Oh yeah, with Sith.
Yeah, that was funny.
Hey, and speaking of that loop, it actually came true because when she said you'll always be alone or some shit and you a loner and you always will be, at the end, he still end up being alone because Sylvie pushed
Mm-hmm.
his ass into the TVA.
Yeah. Dang. Oh my God. Loki just can't. He just can't keep nobody.
You can't win.
You just gonna be a loner, stoner. Dang.
Damn. Jinx.
No, you said damn. I said dang.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. See, y'all, he tried to get me
I tried
again.
to get you. I knew it was different, but I was like, it's the same thing, though.
He tried to get me, bro. He
I
tried to
just had to
get
see
me.
if I get you on a loophole, a technicality.
Oh me. Hey, shit. You almost got me.
So overall, bro, tell me what you're gonna rate this series. I think we pretty much talked this Loki shit out. So
Yeah.
overall, what are you gonna rate the series out of 10?
I
Overall,
give it I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 series.
solid.
Yeah, it's a nice solid 9. Because even though with Ravana and episode 3 was kind of like that filler, it still was like great with every character, with certain moments in the episodes. I like how they had big moments that happened, like with the Lady Loki that popped up at the end. Find out her name's Sylvie, then we get Kane and all this stuff, and pushing on for the multiverse. That shit is awesome, bro, and it was good. It was a lot of great moments in this series. So I give it a 9 out of 10. So what you giving yours, fam?
I would give a solid 8.5. I really think the series hit the ground running. And honestly, bro, I really felt like it kept going up every episode.
Yeah.
Um, Lack of action. I'm a big action guy. So I love
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier because there was a lot of action in it, a
Yeah.
lot of fighting. But doesn't mean it nothing wrong with that because I still feel like it was the best series of the three. So I definitely I'll give it an 8.5, very solid. Um, and I loved it, man. I'm definitely a huge fan of Loki now. I really didn't like care too much for Loki, but
Mm-hmm.
now that I'm entrapped into his world, this is Loki's world, and I'm just living in it.
Facts. That's facts, bro. Loki really took over, man. That shit's crazy. I would have never thought from the first Avengers he would be like the villain slash anti-hero, whatever we want to call him now. Just
And
take
now I'm
over.
like, so what is he, a hero now?
That's what I'm figuring out. I'm like, shoot, I'm like, what can we call him? Sure, we just gonna call him Loki, honestly. He's just a Loki.
A Loki. You should say, don't call me that. Call you what? A Loki.
Loki.
I love that part.
I mean,
Yep. So I give it an 8.5. Very strong. Very strong. I wonder if that's my highest.
I think so. Because I think with WandaVision, you gave it an 8.
Give it a solid 8. I gotta go back.
Yeah.
And I'm rewatching WandaVision now. That shit is still good.
I know. I want to watch it again. Elizabeth Olsen, boy, she was killing that role.
Yeah, WandaVision still good, man. She was giving it. You know what I thought was crazy when I was watching it last night? I was like, how'd she give birth? And then she was just standing up like right after that, like nothing happened.
Bro, because none of that shit's real.
And then yeeted Monica right out the wall right after that. But she was still pregnant though.
Yeah. She did just throw her ass. But you gotta think she was in some reality TV world sitcom. You know, everything wasn't really real to her. I mean, it was real to her, but just wasn't real. It just was everything being made up. I still feel kind of bad for those people that had to be stuck in a rewind. Like that lady that was putting up the curtain thing and she was
Bro, that
crying.
was crazy.
That shit was insane. Ugh.
That shit was crazy.
Wanda, you crazy ass bitch.
And shout out to Tom Hiddleston. He said he would play Loki forever, and I will watch him forever play Loki.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think. So let me look. I'm trying to think if I got any MCU news or anything. You got anything? Because other than that, we could wrap up. Because the only other news I got is Black Widow news, and I want to save that for our Black Widow review.
Nah, I ain't got no news.
Okay. So that was our Loki series recap. I am Kevin27, and I want to thank you for coming out because it's muchly appreciated, greatly appreciated. And if you guys want to go and support this podcast because Anchor hating on your boy, we lost our sponsorship, so we ain't getting no bread on these streams. Somebody getting paid off these streams, but we're not. So if you want to support the Straight Outta Marvel Brothers, you can do so at Anchor/Straight Outta Marvel. You can go support. And always giving 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts will greatly help us go further in the algorithms and getting recommended to people. So we need that. So please, if you want to support and help this podcast grow, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Smash that like button like John Walker smashed it on Nico's chest. And let's keep this growing. You can follow your boy at the KC Network 702 at Twitter. It's your boy Kevin27, and I'm out.
And it's your boy Chris.
Believe until you make believers.
Peace.
But before we go, we want to talk about what's going to happen in season 2 of Loki. So what are your predictions? What do you think is going to happen in season 2 of Loki, my brother?
I think based off that ending with Mobius and B-15 not really knowing who Loki is, I feel like Loki just stuck inside of a new TVA. And it's going to be like a whole new vibe, but it's going to be something he trying to figure out that he knows. And I feel like he's going to try to wake up Mobius and try to get all of them to know that they variants, but they're going to be like, bro, what are you talking about? And I feel like a lot of bad shit going to happen though. And I feel like Kane going to really like, hey, we got to get rid of this fool. Who is this guy? And I feel like Sylvie, she gonna meet Kane, and they probably gonna have a conversation.
Well, because she still got the TemPad.
True. So she probably could get out of that situation.
Yeah, because remember at first I was like, well, what's she gonna do now? But she still has the TemPad. So, and now that the timeline completely open, she can go wherever she want to go now.
Yeah, she did it.
I think season 2 is going to discover that. or not discover, but season 2 is going to explore Sylvie jumping through timelines, living her good old life. We might see Mobius on the jet ski finally for season
Yeah.
2 because these people don't have to worry about creating Nexus events anymore.
Nope.
And
Yeah.
as far as Loki being stuck in the TVA, what I don't want to happen, I don't want to see Loki having to like have a whole episode explaining to Mobius like who he. I don't know, bro. I feel like that shit gonna be weird if we
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
go
See,
through
I
that
don't want to put
again
them.
because they
Yeah, I
already
don't
have
want to
such a
put them.
good relationship established.
Yeah. I feel like he just needs to wake him up early. Like, it shouldn't have to carry on a whole nother season, him waking Mobius up again. Like, they just need to make it quick. Not too quick, but just quick enough in the episode where he can really like realize who he is. And I got a feeling Sylvie gonna try to find him or something because I feel like she gonna feel bad.
Ooh. So oh yeah, okay. So damn, that is pretty good. Now that you say that, so Sylvie could go and find Loki, and then maybe
Yeah,
they might just go and do some shit on the timeline or something. Because the
yeah,
timeline's open now. We don't know what's gonna happen with Kang. So far, like we don't know what's gonna happen with Kang and what those implications are gonna be. But for
yeah.
now, we know that whatever timeline Loki's at, they don't even care about Loki. Like
Nah.
he's not a threat because the timeline is already open and this specific TVA is working for Kang. It seems like
Mm-hmm.
because that was Kang up there. It wasn't he who remains. That was Kang.
Yeah. That boy Kang was up there chilling.
And even she was like, "Does he want all of these to branch? Like they know who he is.
Yeah.
They're not saying, oh, the timekeepers. It's not a facade in that TVA. They keeping it real in
Yeah.
that TVA.
Yeah, I feel like they know everything now. So that's part of the question. Is Ravonna gonna ever make an appearance again in other movies, or you think she just only gonna be in this season too?
She got to be in season 2. They gotta explore where she went and all of that too. So
Yeah,
that's another thing that we're gonna have to see.
yeah.
So be on the
So
lookout for Loki season 2, and I think that season 2 is going to come before Ant-Man and the Quantumania. So we might even get Kang again in season. We might get the real Kang in season
yeah,
2, and that might lead into Ant-Man Quantumania. So be on the
yeah.
lookout.
Please be on the lookout. That's gonna be
All right,
crazy.
we up out of here. That is a straight out of Marvel post credit scene. You're welcome.